All right, we are live.
Focus Up Show every Saturday, 9 a.m.
Tap in or tap out.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. How are you today? Everybody good? First lady, how are you this morning?
I'm great. I'm great. Trying to stay
Great.
warm and safe.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Nice Guy. How are you?
I'm doing pretty fine. I don't know why you sounding all uptight over there, but yeah, it's nice trying to stay warm as well.
All right, I'm just trying out my new professional voice right now, trying something different out. Mr. El Poo, how are you, guy?
Good, bro. Good. Staying out the weather.
All right. Mr. Walk, how are you?
Excellent. Feeling great.
Cool.
Ready to rock.
All right. We got a great show for you today. We got some nice topics to talk about, some serious topics to talk about. Again, we're gonna educate while entertain. That's our goal every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Grab your coffee, grab your drink, whatever you sip on in the morning to get your day going. And we're about to get it cracking. Who want to get this thing started? Mr. Walk, we talking to you. You gonna get it going?
Good morning. I just want to say, we had a great show last night. Want to thank Buddy Bud straight up for coming on the show, helping us out. It was a lovely show. And yeah, I got my boy G. If
You're
I haven't
breaking
had
up.
a
You're breaking up.
comment on the show as of lately, he decided he wanted to do other things, which we still here for him. We praying for him, and he's always welcome back. Salute to Mr. JC.
Salute to brother JC.
Salute.
Salute.
Right.
So bring up that in the nose.
But it's a lot going on. We got y'all want to start with
Let's
start it
go.
off then, brother. I was just about to say
you gonna
that.
bring up the in the news?
Well, in the news, we got a lot going on. We got
this jogging. Put on some Al Green.
We got
okay, 6 shot.
We got the teacher who was shot. Her name is Abigail Warner or Sworn or something like that. She was shot by a 6-year-old boy who brung a gun to school. He put it in however he brung it in his backpack, whatever, and he pulled it out and she blocked. She still got hit and it went through her chest. But the good thing, grace of God, she's still alive.
That's right. Glad to hear that. She's still alive. A 6-year-old wouldn't even expect a 6-year-old to have a gun, man.
I mean, just the thought process of a 6-year-old taking the gun, hiding the gun, bringing the gun out under those circumstances. A 6-year-old shooting an adult because they disagreed. There's some bad parenting going on there. Not to mention the fact that you got to control your weapon. If you're gonna have a weapon in your house, it's your responsibility. You need to lock that up. Like when we were raising young ladies, they had access to the guns because we were like, hey, if you need to use them, you need to use them. But you make sure you don't take those guns outside this house. These guns are for protecting this house, and you be responsible. So if they not able to do that, and I'm pretty sure a 6-year-old ain't, you can't have no access to that gun.
I totally disagree with what you said, Mr. Nice Guy. Where that bell at? I need this fade already. We starting off like that. She didn't do nothing wrong. That child is the devil. He needs to be put down like a rabid dog. They need to take that little kid to the highest building in the city and throw him off the roof. You know why? Because that is not normal for no kid to do that. Get the gun, bring it to school. What you watch? What TV show he watching? That's a bad seed. She didn't do nothing wrong. She got a gun. She probably a single mom. She got a gun in her house, and she just had it. And that kid, stinking evil. That was Hitler in the making. Where you at with it?
It's guess who's gonna get punished for this? The fact of the matter is, if you have a gun, you have to control access to it. There's a reason why when cops walk around and you get too close to them, they got to maintain that you don't just grab their gun out their holster. If you have a gun on you, if you have access to a gun, if you have a gun in your house, it needs to be secured. Not only is that the law, that's responsibility. That's being sensible. What's gonna stop? I mean, if this kid would have killed
That
somebody,
actually
could
is
have
not
shot
a
up
law.
other kids.
That ain't a law.
It is the law that you're supposed to secure your gun.
It is.
That's
law.
not a law in your house. You can have your gun wherever the hell you want to have your gun.
No. You can't allow your kids to get access to your gun and take
No,
it out.
you said it's a law. You just said
It
it's
is a law.
You gotta have your gun secure in your house.
What's happening. We're gonna see what's gonna happen about that.
I
She's the one
understand
that's gonna
what
get
you
in
mean
trouble.
about, like, you're not gonna just have a burner right here and your kids just running around. We get that, but I'm looking more at that kid. He owns something different. That kid, put him down.
He's a problem. I don't know about putting him down, but yeah, a 6-year-old doing that is a terrible thing. But again, he wouldn't even have the choice if she'd have been responsible about her gun. Period.
At least keep it locked up or something like that. I mean, he shouldn't have so much access to the gun so he can get it so easily. I mean, come on now.
So Mr. Walker
could have been the mom that got shot. What if the kid got upset with the mom and got access to a gun and pulled the trigger? Somewhere there's some lack of parental guidance. If the kid is watching certain TV shows, still that goes back to the mom. If the kid has a tablet, whatever, the parent needs to put blockage. On a 6-year-old, you're not talking about a teenager. A 6-year-old has been exposed to too much of something, whether it's television, whether it's something inside the household. It is the parent's responsibility to have that gun locked up. With that, like I said, the kid could not have had his way in a lockbox, in a safe, anything out of the child's reach. That's a given. That kid could have snapped on anyone. He had enough sense to know what he was doing, to take the gun to school. He was prepared, premeditated, whatever you want to call it. He was ready to use it. And he could.
I grew up in Los Angeles. What's the point of having a gun if you can't even get to it? That's it. Let's move on.
Get to it for your purpose, not for a child.
I just want to real quickly say that I don't think it's right to have capital punishment for a child. You talking about throw them off a roof or the highest building or something. You don't do that to no child. That's the same example when they electrocuted the little boy George Stinney back in the day. Them white folks electrocuted a 14-year-old boy. You don't do no capital punishments to no little children. Come on now. But we'll move forward on to the next topic, though.
You ever seen Game of Thrones?
Ding, 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 ding.
So next
It's
up, we
gonna
got
be all day, fellas. I'm ready. Go ahead.
hiding classified docs.
All right, so now there's a little bit of a fuel for the Republicans. I mean, there's nobody happier about this than Trump. I mean, what they found out is that sometime, not just the November, I believe sometime like over a year ago, they found that there was some documents in an old office that that Biden had access to when he was the vice president. So once he found them, he immediately turned them over. And then once all this sort of like blew up, he's like, you know what? Let's search all of our stuff for wherever other documents might be. And they did another search, all voluntary. And they found some more stuff, so they turned it over. So that's a big difference. Again, we understand that it's his responsibility as the head of whatever, all of his underlings, all his employees. But we know that the president and the vice president is the one physically maintaining all these documents. But once you know about him, you need to turn him over. Whereas that other person, not only did he know about him, he argued for about 6 months saying that these is mine, to the point that they ended up having to do a raid to go get him back. So it's a big difference, but they're going to be banging the table about this.
It sounds like a bunch of political theater. Like, it's probably, we don't even know what's on. I'm not going to even guess. But it's political theater, and it came out at a perfect time when Trump had his thing going on. I'm like this: we don't want Trump, and I don't want no more Biden. So let's put it at that. Like, however chips fall, that's how it's gonna fall. Herschel Walker for president.
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
I'm
on. Worse.
As I like to say, worse, sir. I know that ain't a word. Worse, sir. I like to use that word. That's more effective. Go ahead. Come on. Let's go.
All right, moving on to the next subject. Rolling Stones top 200 singers of all time. Come on.
Yeah, I wish I saw this list to really know. All I know is that where they stuck Michael Jackson was extremely disrespectful.
Mhm.
I mean, we're talking about singing, your ability to sing, that's one thing. If we're talking about your ability to entertain, we're talking about your ability to put on a show, if we're talking about your record sales, that dude was all the above. I mean, he was a kid blowing, you know what I'm saying? So it's ridiculous.
When you see the list, you're gonna realize that all those things really they don't factor in. They don't factor in record sales. They don't factor in dancing ability. It's a whole collage. They got reggae artists in there. They got a bunch, but it's just so disrespectful to our people. How the hell Kurt Cobain is in the 50s and Michael Jackson is like 89 or 86? Amy Winehouse ahead of Michael Jackson. Usher ahead of Michael Jackson. Usher. We love Usher. Usher, he put all these R&B cats to shame. He could get up there and sing and dance, and he ain't got no. He's not lip syncing and sounding good. Sound like he in the studio. Usher, but still ahead of Michael Jackson. No, my brother. Jerry Lee Lewis, man, the list is disrespectful. Whitney Houston is number 2. Around 10 through 1, it gets kind of normal. Aretha Franklin is number 1. Spoiler alert. After I done spoiled it. But yeah.
Man. Yeah, I don't have no comment on that. We know if you get the right whoever you want in the room to decide who's the top, whatever, you're gonna get a varying choices and all that. And you know, we know who the top are in our own personal little groups. That's how I look at it. So I have no comment on it.
Hey, where's R. Kelly? Where's R. Kelly on that list?
Oh, I don't even
know.
Boy
ain't even on there.
Yeah.
my boy ain't. Listen, I'm not gonna go there. Hey, put your glasses. My boy ain't even on there. R. Kelly not even on there. Okay, Elvis on there though. Jerry Lee Lewis on there though. See, you see. So you don't know what it is. But here's the thing: what I do know, a lot of these kids don't know that much about Michael Jackson. My daughter. You know her favorite Michael Jackson song is just out of nowhere. Remember the Time. She'd be like, "Mom, put the Remember the Time on again." It's what's they call timeless. My boy, it got him at 89. Michael Jackson. That's crazy.
Word.
I'm gonna leave it there.
They got Whitney. Excuse me. They got Mary J. Blige at 25.
Ahead of Michael Jackson.
Ahead of Michael. I mean, I'm just saying like this. Mary J. Blige, you know, she can blow, but she ain't no real singer.
Yeah,
you know?
That's the thing about it. There's a difference between singers and you know, artists and flavor and stuff like that. I mean,
and I still say Mariah Carey shouldn't go ahead of Minnie Riperton.
Wow. All right, y'all ready to move on? Get into the topics now.
No comment, First Lady.
My comment is, why would I waste my energy on a list coming from Rolling Stones? It's like a waste of time. They're gonna put who they want to put. Like it's not like Essence magazine or you know, yeah, it's a waste of time for me.
Rolling Stones is a very important magazine through history with black and white folks. They did some. They put Run DMC, the first rap group, on. That was an impact in the United States. And you think Run DMC will have that same sentiment you got? No. They like, Rolling Stones. They put us on the cover.
All I know is that Michael Jackson made it into the Hall of Fame, the white people's Hall of Fame, twice. So if to not have him at the top is very disrespectful.
Very.
First black artist on MTV.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a whole show within itself. How they got him on there. Quincy Jones had to go nuts. It's a long story. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Rick James had a lot to do with that too, though.
Who?
Yeah,
Rick
I
James.
heard that. I heard
Rick
about
James
that.
had a whole lot to do with that.
All right.
Yeah.
So
That's next week. Let's go next week.
the mayor, Karen Bass, has a homeless initiative, and I believe she declared a state of emergency on the homelessness. So all of y'all, LA, this is a LA focused comment. So I'll just sit back and watch y'all since I live in Sacramento. We got a homeless problem too, so we just watch it.
Where you from, Floyd X? Where you from, Floyd X?
I was born and raised in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I put him on it. Yeah, get back in here. You know what's going on. But yes, this is the homeless initiative from Karen Bass. First black woman to be elected mayor of Los Angeles. She said her number one goal is to end homelessness. She said that in the homeless encampments, in homelessness. That's what she's trying to do. $100 million behind it. Guess what, baby girl, Karen Bass? That ain't enough money. That ain't barely enough. How Floyd X checked me one time. One fighter jet costs 120 million. 100 million ain't gonna be a drop in the bucket. But it's a good look. I don't think it's gonna do nothing. And it's just all political theater. And she is like, I'm coming in to do a bunch of nothing.
Boy, that's disrespectful.
Of you when you be on the show. I'm coming in. I'm gonna get y'all. Then you get DP.
Anything on the topic?
That is the topic. That's the start of the topic. But to be honest, I give her an A for effort. I can't put a dollar amount to say what's enough, but the fact that she's willing to try, she sees what's going on, and she's making the effort to try to move forward and do something about it. It's mainly going to be up to the individuals. It's going to be up to the people in the communities if they're going to complain, whether she's placing these people in hotels or motels. It's sad there was like one incident where 25 out of 25 people, only 10 people got placed because they were willing to be placed. And as long as they're offering more than just shelter and trying to keep these people housing, I give her an A for effort. I can't say if it's going to fail, but the fact that she took the initiative to want to move forward, and we all have goals in life, whether it's a political move or not, it's a goal that she set for herself, and it's up to her to try to reach that goal. We do have a lot of homeless people. We have over 40,000 people. From my understanding, she's trying to at least get 17,000 people placed. And it's not just a place temporarily. She wants them to stay safe and have shelter for good. She's not just trying to throw people in hotels or motels. She's also trying to build a place for them to stay. And I'm all for it, and I hope it does work out. I can't say how much it costs, but at least she has a plan and action that she's making an effort to move on.
Amen to that. I mean, the reality is you don't have to fix everything to have an impact and fix something. So, it's good to have those big aspirations, and it's a very important point that you bring out that, look, not everybody's going to want to be inside. We represented at our law firm a person who was living on the streets, and we got him a nice little sort of like a judgment for whatever, something that the city or whatever did to him. But at the end of the day, he still wanted to live back at the park. I mean, he just wanted to be outside. I mean, I know there was another person that my father was helping out who was a homeless person. He put him in 3 different sort of like shelters or rooms or stuff like that. And at the end of the day, he just needed to still be outside. So some people, you're not going to get everybody because not everybody's going to go for the structure. But I root for whatever success she can have. And the reality is some people can use this to just kind of get this to right the ship. You know what I'm saying? And then, move on and be, more productive or more control, whatever. So some people just need a little bit of help. And those people can really benefit by something like this.
So what it sounds like you're saying is that it's something, whatever she does, is something that somebody else could build off of.
Absolutely. And the thing about it is, it's not just the fact that, these homeless people will get the benefit from it. I mean, what she cleared up like a lot of this, the first thing I think they did is like Venice Beach. So the residents, the people that are there, there are people that really appreciate it, because there's also sort of like a lawlessness factor, not just the way that it looks or whether it's messy, but I mean, you're concerned about a person who might have psychological issues that might just snap. I mean, I recall a situation in downtown LA where a lady was pushing a baby in a stroller, and this homeless person just like walked up to her and grabbed the baby and slammed the baby on the ground. I mean, that's a problem.
Wait, hold on. We can't leave it there. Like the
I'm just saying it. I'm
running around killing kids. Hold on. Hold on. See, that's like no disrespect, Mr. Nice Guy. That's like an elitist attitude in a way, in my opinion. That's like an elitist attitude, because you did start like, oh yeah, and then it came to like the homeless. It's chaos. Nah, brother. These people is really psychologically toe up in the head, and that's why I feel there is no cure for the homeless problem. They're really all they're trying to do is just clear it up, and then they're gonna put some more stringent laws like you can't do this no more. They're gonna put the foot down when they see them coming back, because they will be back. They will be back.
All homeless people are not out there because of mental issues. Some people just lost their jobs and fell short.
I don't believe that.
It is true. Some people just end up on drugs and stuff. Everybody out there is not mental. Let me ask each one of you a question. If she came with a plan and offered people who know they have family members that are out there homeless, if she offered you $1,500 a month to shelter one of your homeless relatives to help get them on their feet, I want to know from each one of you guys, would you help your relative if they wanted to be helped?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
At $1,500 a month.
For how long? For how long?
Just answer the question.
No, wait. I had somebody here paying $700 a month, and I was like, man, get the hell up out of here. Not like that. I did help my boy. Salute to my guy. That's my guy. But I was like, man, I want you gone, brother. I want him gone up out of here. I'm just saying, that's me. I'm good. Go ahead, next.
Well, we have 2 out of 3. Well, Floyd is also, he can't answer the question. But it's good to know that.
I ain't ducking. I'm right here.
Answer by default.
What's that answer? What's the question again, sister?
An incentive, I would say, or if they offer for us in LA County, and if you were an LA County resident, and if you had a homeless relative or friend that you knew that was out there homeless, but they offered you Karen Bass, whomever, offered you $1,500 a month to get your relative off the street, and they're willing to get off the street until they can do better or get better, would you take that $1,500, or would you leave your relative out there?
I would take that $1,500.
Wait,
I mean, you come with hold on. Let me state why. If you come with a good plan, $1,500 a month, you get 3 of them together. You could rent an apartment for them and be like, hey, here go an apartment. Y'all move in there. You just manage the money. If it's a drug problem, you just manage the money. But here's somewhere to stay. You can stay here, but you ain't giving no money for no drugs if that's your problem. If you just really somebody that's off on your feet, you got a good start. So I would take it and do that with it.
Good point. Because everybody does not want the help. They tried this before COVID hit. Everybody doesn't want the help, but it does not. Everybody is not mentally ill. Like, a lot of people even lost their jobs during COVID and have not bounced back yet. So everybody on the street, I disagree with what Walt said about mental illness. Some people won't help. That's why they agreed to it. They might get out there and try it and might like it and want to go back to the street. Like, the fact that they tried it is an A for effort. You're going to have some homeless people that
effort. This ain't kindergarten. This ain't second grade. Stop that A for effort. This stuff ain't going well. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Look, I'm in the street.
You have shelter. You're good.
I'm in the street.
Shelter. You have shelter. You have a roof over your head. Some of them so immune to living out there on the street till they don't want to get off the street. Like I mentioned before,
I'm in the streets every day.
But I'm
talking out here on the block. I sell crack coke. listen,
Go
I
ahead
got
and say.
Jaywalk.
he
Hey,
ain't saying
first
shit.
Jaywalk,
Sorry,
first lady
man.
got a question for
Move
you.
on.
Jaywalk, first lady got a question for you.
Go.
Can I fucking finish, please? For real.
Got a routine. This was gonna be good.
Let the first lady finish.
No, what's
Go
good?
ahead.
What you got, Walk? Go ahead. Go.
Look,
Go.
I'm in the
You let him
streets
have
every
the chance.
day. I'm in the streets every day selling crack cocaine. I've been selling crack cocaine since I was 6 years old. I'm just kidding. F that. I know homeless people. My first wife, her parents were homeless. It was a choice. They wanted to be homeless. Everyone wanted to help them. They liked living in the car without having to pay no bills, not having to pay that light bill, not having to pay no rent. None of that stuff. Her and her dude, they was in there comfortable. They had a TV in the car and all that. Yeah, and I'm not throwing her under the bus, but that's what it is. I used to go out there and I would bring my son there by myself, not even with her, and I would just chill with them and we'd have a few beers and they'd be barbecuing. They wanted to be homeless. That's a choice.
You're right.
That's like a small percentage of people who actually fell on hard times and became homeless. That's like maybe 1%. I'm
Okay,
guessing.
They fell there and they wanted to stay there. Some people want to fall and get back up. Everyone doesn't want to stay down and live that lifestyle and be comfortable. You got a percentage that want the help and gonna seek the help, take the help, and move forward with the help. You got some that's gonna try it out, may not like it, and got comfortable with being that way. You got some that's not even gonna try it at all.
Well, let me say this. It's a noble idea, for her to actually, try to do something. But this problem has been going on for decades. It's been building up for decades. And she's not going to be the one to solve it, but, at least she's trying.
And that's what matters. We had white presidents forever, but a black president didn't give up on trying and became that black president. So she just might be that one to make a change. And I'm not giving up on it.
100 million ain't enough.
Well, look, she don't got to solve the situation to make it better. I mean, again, this is kind of ridiculous to put it on. It's an all or nothing type thing. This ain't whether the Lakers are going to win the championship or not. This is a function of whether, I'm just saying it's all or nothing. That's all.
LA fans, no, you wrong with that. Wait, hold on.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
LA is like, if we didn't win, the season was in the toilet.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying it's not the case when you're talking about homeless people, because the fact of the matter is, if you save one family, that's better than saving no families. You know what I'm saying? So there are going to be people that benefit from this, and basically some people just need just some help to turn it around. You know what I'm saying? And there will be people that benefit from this and actually do that and will not be back there. So it's a function of what they do. But I mean, look, you can't. The problem in it is that you can't just put these people in a hotel and then look away, especially if you put them all in the same hotel. You're going to have some security, because what you'll have is that some people will be predatory. You know what I'm saying? If you're giving these people's vouchers and stuff like that, trust me, some of these people that are amongst them are people that are hiding, that are on the lam, so to speak. And it's sort of like when you donate money to the people that are starving in Africa or something like that, and then you have warlords taking all the resources. You know what I'm saying? People will always prey on people. So it's not just enough to give. You have to make sure that the people that you're trying to give it to get it.
And from my understanding, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you put homeless men and women in a homeless hotel, you're gonna have homeless babies.
No.
They're not homeless if they're in a hotel.
The fact of the matter is that she does plan on having it being an ongoing support thing. But what I will say, you can't have the community wanting the homeless encampments to be gone, but when your leaders try to take charge and find motels and stuff to put them in, then you want to petition that you don't even want them in the motels or the hotels. And that's what kind of like happened in East LA. I know I mentioned this before, where they tried to provide shelter for the homeless and the community didn't want it. So you prefer them to be outside on the street, having a sidewalk or under the freeway bridges looking like crap, versus them being in a building hiding all of that type of stuff. So either the community going to kick back and support the leaders, or they're going to be against it. You can't be both. You want them to come and clean up, but then you don't want them to be placed nowhere near in your area or a motel, where do you want them to go? It's a start.
Everybody want to be Christian, but nobody want to be Christian. They basically like, look, you don't bring down my property values, you know, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Man.
That's a reason why it fails too, because of the
Ain't
community.
no cure. That's why it's failing. It's no cure. If we 5 people on this panel, if we all say we're gonna walk out our homes and not even look back, and we gonna live on the street for the next 8 years, who gonna stop us? Who gonna stop us?
They say there's no cure for cancer, but scientists haven't given up. They continue to keep trying and trying. Technology changes, everything changes, and I don't care who keeps trying. I'm all for them.
It's not about a cure. It's about improvement.
Question.
If
you wanted to be homeless right now, let's say you wanted to walk outside your beautiful home, a party there, it's great, it's lovely, the bins, everything. Anyway, but let's say you want to walk outside and say, you know what, I'm just gonna be homeless. Who can stop you?
Nobody. We're not talking about that.
You talking about a small percentage.
No, I'm just kidding.
You talking about a small percentage, Mr. Walk. That's a small
I'm
percentage
asking a
of them.
person on this.
And I answered you. It goes back to what you said. It's a personal
That's a yes or no
choice.
question.
It's a personal choice. Nobody can stop me. It's a choice that I made. But like we said, it's also a personal choice to choose to take the shelter that's been offered to you or to stay out there on the street. It all goes back to that one word I will give you.
You do it.
Let her finish, bro.
I let her. Go ahead.
It goes back to what you said, a choice. You choose to stay out
and
here.
And then let's say you did all that stuff, and then you say, you know what? All right, it's been a year or two. I've been good. I'm ready to go back to the streets. See, it's a mentality. It's a mentality. It's just like us. Everybody, when I think about I think about like, damn, not being able to shower every day. That's not on their mind, obviously.
If a person want to smoke weed or drink and decide that they don't want to do it, and then they go back, is that a mental illness situation?
Let me say this to Mr. Walk. You arguing a moot point in the sense of if you get most of the people that don't want to be homeless, let's say you get them all off the street. Those who choosing to be homeless, now we could point out, okay, how do we get rid of these people that want to be homeless? Now they're a problem. So you say, hey, y'all got to go somewhere else because y'all want to be homeless. Y'all ain't going to be homeless on this street. That's when you start. That's when you could come down harder because now they're making a choice to be a nuisance. That's different from somebody who don't have a choice. Somebody that living out their car. That's a big ass difference, dude.
Big ass difference.
I'm a horn.
Horn that, man. That's a big ass difference.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
They've been doing this. Kenneth Hahn did it. Garcetti did it.
It's time to move on. Can we give our viewers a shout for supporting us? Subscribe, like, focus up. Can we get that for our viewers? Put that across the screen. We thank you, viewers, for tuning in. We hope you tune in every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Not just view, but subscribe. Become one of our #1 fans. Look out and give the shout outs now. Thank you.
You're lucky you're looking cute with your little. You're lucky. I'm gonna go for the deflection. I done took the bait. Anyway, I want to get a shout out today. First of all, I got to salute to Mr. LeBread Trucking. He ain't on the show. I'm glad he talked too much. LeBread Trucking LLC. Salute. That's my boy. Kilo 2 Music. Rough Riders. Yeah. His new video is out. It's good. Muhammad Meats. That's up in Sac. Pause. Muhammad Meats.
Let me
Sac and Paul.
real quick. Let me say something about Mr. Muhammad's Meat. He's just made a transfer to the Oakland Bay area. His goal is to become to grow out there in the Bay Area. So right now he's in the Bay Area. So shout out to him. We wish him much success, and we appreciate he's still a constant supporter of this show.
But when he coming on?
Coming home. He moved his business to the Bay Area. He's in the Bay Area.
Coming on the show.
Oh, when he's coming on, I could reach out to him. I could reach out and bring him on the show. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do
We
that. You
want to
hear
hear
that,
about
Mr.
we want to hear about good business stories. So yeah.
Yes, sir. So, Brother Muhammad, you have an open invitation.
I'm getting tired of shouting out people and they ain't came on the show yet. See, a few got deleted. Anyway, Homies Wake Car Club, salute. That's Mr. JC. Wukusu, wake up, clean up, stand up. That's Gangster Reese and Mr. Floyd X. Tunnel Vision, Tanisha Fletcher, what's up, baby girl? She out here floating around. Toppy Woppy, new project, Activators Out His Heart. And what up to Mr. Buddy Bud? Salute to Buddy Bud, Buddy Bud Music.
Shout out to Mr. Buddy Bud. He gave us our highest viewed show ever. So big shout out to that brother. If y'all want to book a rap artist on your show, reach out to Buddy Bud, as he's a cool guy, very respectful person. And I look forward to having him back on the show. I think everybody on this panel look forward to having him back on the show. We appreciate you, Mr. Buddy Bud.
I'm looking for, I want to be in a rap video. F that. I see one of his videos. I was like, dude, yo, man, come on, put me in the background. I want to be in the background like this. Like just all them honeys. Yeah, he be having some honeys in there. Salute to Buddy Bud, boy. Yeah.
Then let's do a shout out. I know Jay Walk pointed out earlier, but our first lady Jay, we like that fit you wearing. When you gonna have your the fashion consulting firm? You know, telling people how to dress that you do so every week. All right.
I'm gonna stay in my lane.
All right.
And etiquette, women etiquette. That's really what she. Go ahead. That's what it is. Like that's why she the first lady of the Focus Up show.
That's right.
Etiquette. See, because a lot of chicks be trying to act like they guys and gangsters, and boy, that's a segue into the next topic. Really.
Hey, what traditional and modern, right?
All right, we gonna move on to our next topic, and this one gonna be what's the word? How can I preface it? Okay, some people gonna take it personal, you know, but we're about to speak on the BBL nightmares. These sisters out here getting these Brazilian butt lifts, getting fat taken out of other places on their body and then injecting it into their butthole. Not exactly into their butthole, but into their butt cheeks. Getting it injected into their butt cheeks. They're putting fat in places where it's not at just to enhance it. And it's people are dying from this, and sisters are going to different countries to get this done, coming back in wheelchairs, and they got whole procedures and different type of what they call them body suits that you got to put on. You can't sit down for 2 weeks. You got to sleep at a 45-degree angle a particular way so you don't cut off the blood. It's so much into these BBL stuff. I don't know why people doing it, but we're about to speak on it. Let's go. Who want to start it off? Mr. Walk?
I figured Walk. You know, I'm not trying to step on you.
I do love big booties. Anyway, my thing is this. It's just crazy to do. There's no reason. I feel that's more of a mental problem as well. A lot of women feel they're not beautiful enough. I see beautiful chicks. I have a cousin. I know she don't watch the show. I'm going to put her on blast. I ain't going to say her name, though. She said to me, she was like, I'm saving up my money to get a BBL. I'm like, girl, you look good. She said that, though. A lot of chicks, it's just self-hating mental stuff going on.
All right, here's an example of a BBL. Now, this one doesn't look too exaggerated, and I know this.
Is there color change too?
It looks
I think I'm assuming that if you stretch out the skin, it's gonna get brighter, right? That's my assumption. This is a different one. Let's see. We could do a whole show critiquing BBLs. If hey, this one is good. That one gets a 10. Let's rate BBL. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do
That's
that.
part of the problem. We can't be encouraging this dangerous activity. You got to embrace and accept what you are. We need to recalibrate our concept of beauty. You know what I'm saying? To natural dynamics. You know what I'm saying? We just can't be trying to chase and emulate something else. We got to be what we are. So I mean, it's just dangerous. These surgeries, you going out of the country, people going out of the country and dying from the water. You know what I'm saying? And you sitting there trusting this out of country dude to do whatever to your body. I mean, we got to do better than that.
Let me speak on that part real quick. What you just said, the seriousness of it. I was looking up the stats at the mortality rate, and the best number that I could find is 1 out of every 3,000 people die from getting a BBL. And the reason they don't have exact numbers is because a lot of them are done in people's homes and in places that is not authorized to be done. So they're going to back alleys. Like even the rapper Cardi B, she went to a somebody's house or something like that to get a butt lift off of word of mouth before she was big. And she went and got it. And when she became big, she got 98% of it removed from her behind. So, I mean, there is a severity and it's a risk of getting these injections done to your behind. Be careful, ladies.
No, I want to jump. You said 1 out of 3,000. That 1 out of 3,000 ain't a bad number. I mean,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I just said he basically said the real numbers are not out there because people are
the back alleys,
things getting
Going
it
to the
done.
chop shops.
Yep.
But the bigger question is, looks good, looks the same. Does it taste the same?
Yeah.
Hey. Let me say this.
Sugar
BBL, is there a taste effect with the BBL? Go ahead.
God damn.
Hey, but check this out. In 2020 numbers, in United States residents, there was over 20. I had it wrote down. I'm a guess. I know Floyd X gonna check later. It was over 26,000 BBLs done in America. This ain't including the back alley stuff. Why are these chicks doing that? Why are they doing it? I'm like, it don't look. It doesn't look good. Some of them look weird, but
I'm assuming they do it for quite a few reasons. There's a saying that's beauty is pain, but what they're doing is really insane. A lot of these women, obvious they have self-esteem. Your body parts does not define who you are. They're basically competing against themselves. They may feel like they're competing against a Kardashian, and some of these women feel like are men, that's what they like, but they're not concerned about themselves, what they like. All men don't like that. It's obvious listening to you guys talk. A lot of times it don't turn out attractive. It's a bad job done on them. And I just feel like a lot of these women just not comfortable in their own skin. They're not happy with what God gave them. And it's sad to take all of your money into save, but you won't save to put a down payment on a home. But you're going to go put a down payment or pay for something you can't even sit on. That's where mental issues should be addressed there. That is a part of a mental issue where you want to take your money to redo your body. But what investment did you do? You really didn't invest in yourself. It cost you more money because it's costing you your health, your wealth.
I don't think women should take this sitting down.
What was you about to say?
A good example of BBLs and cosmetic surgery going wrong is Lil' Kim. The girl was cute. Now she looks like a troll, and that's because of all that stuff she did to herself, and that's really sad because her self-esteem or whatever it is that she had was so low that she had to go and alterate herself like that and come out looking worse because it probably was cool at first, but over time.
Little Kim was beautiful as she was in the beginning, and I remember growing up that our example of plastic surgery gone wrong was Zsa Zsa Gabor. Y'all remember her? And we used to look at her, how crazy she used to walk around looking with that big hair. And I was like, God, why would people do that? I would have never thought that.
Slapping cops.
Slapping who?
Slapping cops.
I remember that. She slapped the police officer. I remember that. But I would have never thought that a black woman would be the face of plastic surgery gone wrong. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a sad thing to watch Little Kim, and I still respect her and I still appreciate her contribution to hip hop also. It's just sad to watch pretty much.
But it's so
Can I speak real quick on what you just said, that, surprised and shocked? I'm not surprised or shocked because Black women continue to feel less than. When they see that all the attention goes towards the other race, they feel like, well, maybe if I make myself look like them or act like them, then the man will want me too. It's based on how society and how they make the other races seem to be much dominant than we are. So they choose to try to get like them, from the dyeing their hair blonde to, the long weaves. Back in the day, Black women weren't into weaves, but they feel like they got to play catch up because they're losing their men to these other races. That's what they see. It's kind of like the black doll, the white doll scenario.
Let's we got 4 men on this panel. Let's get to the nitty gritty of it. I'm gonna ask the question. Y'all say yay or nay, or which one y'all prefer: fat booty or flat booty, Mr. Walt?
Fat booty.
Fat booty or flat booty, Mr. Nice Guy?
Fat booty.
Fat booty or flat booty, Mr. El Poo?
Fat booty.
Okay, I agree. Fat booty. We all like a fat booty, right? Oh, Miss First Lady, you got something to say?
Next topic, because I'm gonna say this: limp D or stand up D.
Wow. Transition. Okay, y'all ready to move it forward on that? Or we got anybody want to?
Let me say one more thing about the fat booty versus flat booty. The better question to ask Mr. Flores would have been natural or
that was gonna be the next question. That was gonna be the next before I was rudely interrupting. I feel.
I gotta just dive in where I fit in.
Flat or flat, and then go ahead, Mr. Walk. Finish your thought.
I prefer natural.
So you'll take a natural flat booty over a augmented fat booty.
Oh yeah, all day. Like, okay. See, y'all ain't in these streets like me. I've seen and actually touched the texture of the augmented gluteus maxima. It's not the same. It's like this pillow inside is a brick. That's what it's like. You see how that's
I have a question.
See, yeah.
Okay, natural flat butt or a plump natural butt. So you have both of them side by side. You're conversing with them. The flat butt has all the attributes, everything you want to hear. The plump butt sounding like that blonde Barbie doll that people say. You still choose the plump butt?
You added that blonde Barbie doll.
Well, meaning
two black women, right? Two black women?
You have two black women. One have a big butt, one have a flat butt.
Yeah.
But
I won't be talking to the one with the flat butt.
Bro, it depends if you're gonna have a relationship with this woman or you just gonna have one.
You never know who you're gonna have a relationship with.
And it's also what type of relationship we talking. It's a lot of factors into that. But in the end, the truth be told, in the end, the flat booty loses. The flat booty loses.
No. The better the person who's got the all around package is the most important package. Period. Forget
we talking about all natural. She said all natural.
That was the question. I said all natural.
All natural. If you got a natural, nice round booty, you're gonna get chosen before that flat booty person.
I thought you were saying someone who had good attributes and the other person who had bad attributes, and the difference was a flat booty versus a fat booty.
Nobody said nothing like that.
That's what she said. That's what you said. She just agreed. She just said I was the only one paying attention to what she actually said. So I'm saying that I'd rather have the better package. I'm not dealing with any of those
better package. Wait, that wasn't even the question. That wasn't even the question.
She literally explained it.
Wait, hold on. Let's not argue on that part. It's about manageability. if you think that you can manage the one with the whatever attitude over the one with the flat, you're gonna pick the fat booty. That's my opinion, just my opinion. You're gonna pick the fat booty one. The flat booties. It's sad to say, but it loses. It's like saying a man
Personal
who's
preference.
huh.
It's a personal preference. We're
But
gonna leave it at that. Can we move on to the next topic?
No, hell no. Well, let me say one more thing. This is it. Fat booty versus flat booty is like tall guy versus short.
That's what I was
guy.
about to say. A four foot tall
He
guy
always
is
been
not
the
gonna
tall
get a
guy.
woman of
He
his
took all my
choice.
girlfriends.
He just
He
not.
always took my girlfriends.
He's just not gonna get a woman of his choice. It's the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's unless he got a lot of money and then he gets a choice. You know what I'm saying?
Once
That's just
again, beauty is only skin deep.
Yeah,
It's up to the mindset. It's up to you to
Dudes.
open and give that person an opportunity. And that's why people miss out on so much, because they're just looking on the cover. They're not opening that book up and reading all those chapters and seeing the nourishment. It's like,
so you call it missing out.
Wait,
You
let's ask
I
this young
call
man.
that because you don't know what you're missing out on by
you
just
call it missing out, but
Wait.
I think the whole point of it's
This
all
is-
superficial. It's not about
This is the youth.
you're not looking at their personality. You look at their physical.
right.
All right,
and
all right,
physical
let's go. Listen to the youth. Let's go.
What do you prefer?
Bring him to the mic.
Can you wait? If you had what was it? Flat booty versus fat booty?
Fat booty.
All day, what do you choose? Flat butt versus big butt.
All natural, no augmentation. All natural.
Oh, all natural or flat?
All natural flat butt or augmented.
All natural fat butt.
I'm going with the natural.
See, no, Jaywalk. It's all a naturally fat booty or a naturally flat booty. Which would you choose?
Fat.
All things being equal.
Fat.
Natural.
He said fat.
I'll choose
Okay.
fat natural over flat, but
Natural.
I'll choose natural flat over a fake fat one.
I think we all would. I would do the same over.
And I think that you guys are kind of doing misjustice here, because the whole point is that we're saying that, look, you got to be natural, but you know that's
make
the
your
thing
point, brother. Make your point. Explain that better, Mr. Nice Guy.
Well, see, the thing about it is, you know, we all are. Well, I hate to say we. I mean, I'm speaking for myself, but I mean, what it sounds like is everybody saying that, look, we prefer a natural to a fabricated, to a fictional.
Okay.
We definitely prefer to the danger of doing all of this stuff, because it is a danger. You know what I'm saying? But I think we failed. I hate to say we, people like Little Kim that even inspired her to feel that she needed to do that type of stuff. I mean, I always feel compassion for Little Kim, because I feel like, you know, she should not even have had that thought process to think that she needed to do all this fabricated stuff. She was fine, perfect, just as she was.
You're saying as a community we failed her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we need to encourage all of our people to stay natural. That's what we, not only to stay natural, but to appreciate natural. We need to recalibrate our concept of beauty. You know, the most important thing about a person is their person.
So
that other stuff is extra.
Do we all agree on that? That we want our people to stay natural? That's the preference.
Yes,
I agree.
And if you're gonna lose because you got a flat booty, just take that L. I'm being serious. I'm being serious. Are we encouraging that? Just take that L system. Somebody gonna like that flat booty.
Rather than risking your life.
For everybody.
Yeah. Say that again, First Lady.
There's somebody for everybody.
Okay. And now what you say, Mr. El Poo?
Rather than risking your life.
Oh, hell yeah. That's the point we're trying to get across. Keep it natural. Your flat booty, you're gonna find somebody, and you just gotta I'm not gonna say lower your standards, because that's not what you're doing. What are you doing is recalibrating and accepting what you're capable of getting. I know if I was single on the market right now, I know what I'm capable of getting. And as men, we all should be able to know what we're capable of getting. Say, I'm not gonna sit there, oh yeah, I need a Rihanna. If she ain't a Rihanna, I ain't dealing with them. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? We got to properly calibrate where we at.
This is BBL nightmares, so we should be telling about some of those horror stories, you know, some of those, you know, those operations that go wrong, you know, booties blowing up, people
let's
dying. and
let's
all
go, El Poo. Let's go. Let's dive in.
You know, I'm just saying, you got pictures of you. I'm pretty sure you can pull up pictures of some of these, some of these BBLs that went wrong. You know,
I had pictures, but I had pictures, but they was
blow up on the
disgusting.
camera.
They had like
that?
sores, like a bunch of little holes on the cheeks and leaking out, and the bed full of blood. It was too graphic for me I didn't want to put them on the screen. But the nightmare is that you can die from it. The nightmare is that you can reject the leakage, and if they inject it wrong, it was like I read up. It said if they put it below the muscle, it's a chance that you're gonna get. It's called a fat embolism, where the fat that they inject into your behind gets into your bloodstream and clogs up the artery, and you have an embolism from fat. So it's a simple. If the procedure isn't done right, the BBL has the highest mortality rate. Even though I say 1 out of 3,000, it's the highest out of all augmentations, all surgeries. It's the number one killer. It has the highest mortality rate, I should say. The BBL, that's the nightmare. You're taking a great risk to get a nice round dairy ear. You're taking a great risk with your life, especially if you're trying to go to a deal, a budget. Because I mean, when somebody said, what's the word? We shop by price, not by quality. So if the price is cheaper, we're gonna buy that. So if somebody in the back alley say, "Oh, I could do that for $1,000," but on the open market it's 3 to 5, and you got 1,000, you're gonna give him that dude 1,000 and run that risk of getting him not really knowing what he's doing. Yes, Mr. Walk.
Yeah, they had a mother and daughter team that was the daughter would solicit the people because she was younger and more attractive to solicit women to get the BBLs, strippers and whatnot. And there was a young lady who was a victim of her, a young black lady. I don't have her name. I really apologize for that. I don't have her name, but she was a young sister. She had a mother or two, beautiful on the face, but she went and had a surgery and she ended up dying from it. This is recently. This is like not this year, of course, but this is a recent thing that happened. And a lot of sisters are dying like over that. But the thing is, who are y'all doing it for? We are men up here. Like I prefer the natural beauty. I'm not gonna approach the flat butt, even if she's cute in the face, slim in the waist. I'm not with all that, But some people in their mind they feel like I'm not sexy, I'm not cute. All the big booty girls are getting attention. And they're right. They are.
And all you sisters losing out on a dude that's not trying to mess with you because your booty don't look a certain way, consider that a win. Don't consider that an L. They not for you.
Hey man.
Good advice, brother. I really like what you just said. That was really good, brother. Hell yeah, that was some real shit right there. So I'm gonna put these on screen. So hey, this content is not for all people. You may not want to look at these pictures, but I just Googled it and I'm about to put them on screen. Examples of some terrifying BBL nightmares. So we're gonna bring it up and look at your own discretion. Disclaimer is disgusting, and let's see what we got here. They got leakage. It looked like leakage, and that's oh god! Look at that implosion. I guess you would call that one. It's some bad images that
look like Chernobyl. That look like
it's
Chernobyl
bad images, dude. And I mean, I saw some with she got out the bed. One lady, it was a Latina lady. She was like 50 years old. Went to South Mexico, got the thing, and she couldn't breathe, and she got out the bed. There was blood all in the bed. The doctor that performed the surgery left. They gave her anesthesia, whatever you call those that calm you down or whatever, and left.
They gave her anesthesia.
Yeah, she died. She died. 60 years old, trying to get augmentations done. So I mean, to me, none of the surgeries worth it. And what Mr. Nice Guy said to me hit home about avoid that and all that. So it looked like we're at the end of the show. But I mean, we had one more topic we wanted to touch on. y'all want to go overtime, or y'all want to call it a day? Because I know First Lady was trying to keep us on the right track. I greatly appreciate it, First Lady. You kept it moving. I appreciate the way you was holding down the show today. But What's the choice? We can choose right now to continue on or end the show. What y'all want to do?
What's the topic?
The Viagra
Niagara
Falls.
Falls. Viagra Falls.
These billion-dollar pills. The richest man in Miami is Dr. Viagra, the man who discovered by accident the Viagra pills. Fuck it, let's get into it. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey.
Let Jaywalk said he ready for it. Let's go.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Well. Here's the thing. Viagra. That's supposed to be some type of taboo topic, or people supposed to be like, guys are, oh my God, Viagra. Viagra is out there for a reason, and Viagra is helping some guys, but it ain't necessarily why you think it is. See, people think like, oh man, he's on Viagra. No, it's a lot of mental things going on with the Viagra pills. It's called sexual anxieties, performance anxiety. Your performance, you want to perform so well that you're thinking about it so much to where it's like, flat tire. This has happened to me before. Believe it or not, ladies. I got all my millions of fans out there. They're like, oh my God, you! I remember that night. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm just saying you. No. This happened to me before when it was a chick. I was 18 years old, about to join the military. I was about to leave the next day. And my girlfriend at that time, we never did nothing. And she was saving it for that last day. And I was like, I rode my bicycle over there. I was like on a bicycle. Like, yeah. Went up there and we was about to do it and straight flat tire. I just wanted to perform and do so well. I'm 18. I'm the Dragon Slayer of the toy. That's my Game of Thrones. But I had a straight flat tire. And she was, but I was just like, I'm about to y'all talking about BBL? This before BBL. She had the BB. But anyway, but it was all mental though. And that's my story.
All right, real quick, Miss First Lady. I believe this was your topic.
I did redeem myself. I will say that when I came back from leave. Go ahead.
Are we on the path that you want to go with this conversation, or go ahead, speak on it, First Lady?
I knew this conversation was going to be all over the place, and the word Viagra leads to a broad conversation. But when I was originally addressed the topic, I was saying that why are men embarrassed? Why do they feel the need to go get it off the streets when they can go right to their medical provider to get it? That was my main question.
Okay. Are men embarrassed about it?
Well, I think he addressed that. I mean, he kind of addressed that. I mean, there are going to be a lot of people. I mean, the fact that you hear these commercials where they're saying it's going to come discreetly and all this other stuff. I mean, but there's always going to be a lot of adults that are just be like, hey, if this is something that's going to improve my situation, I'm just going, I'm a grown up and I'll go do it.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Nice Guy. If you was to take a Viagra, would you take it proudly or would you take it in secrecy?
I take it proudly, but I mean, those things you got to, it's a window. So, that's one of those things where you don't take it just because you think you're going to get some. You need to lock down that deal. The pills is expensive, man. So
okay.
You're walking around with something and this is not getting you.
Okay. Yeah, I think it might have been this is just my opinion. It might have been taboo in the beginning phases of people like, oh man, I got to take a pill to stay hard. But I think now it's so commonly used and commonly known that, hey, I'm just gonna pop a Viagra and keep it going. Like me personally, I never took a Viagra. I don't want to enhance because I'm a natural type of guy, and But if I had the situation that some men go through, I think I was looking up the statistic. It's like 50% of men 50 and older have ED. You know what I'm saying? So if I had that situation, it would be an option. Is what I'm trying to say. If I knew, I'd be like, hey, I need sign me up.
Would you go to the doctor or would you get it from the barbershop?
I ain't getting it off the streets.
Would you immediately jump to that, or would you do your research? Would you try to see what led to the ED?
Oh, that's a good question.
Nobody cares. Wait, hold on.
Go
Well,
ahead, Walt.
let
What
me
led
interject.
to
Let me
ED?
interject. I apologize.
Let's keep that right there. Would you do the
Oh, you
research
have
first?
to answer.
Huh?
Would you immediately go to Viagra, or would you do your research to see what caused you to have ED?
I probably likely would not do the research. I'd just be like, hey, something wrong. How do we fix it? I wouldn't sit there and be like, because if I'm known for 25, 50 years of it just happening and then it's just stopped, I'll just be like, hey, okay, this is part of getting old, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Floyd, hey, see,
So I wouldn't even do the research.
I got another story.
Yeah, go ahead, Walt.
This happened to me. Again, this is true testimony.
Another true story by Mr. Walt.
Another true story. When I turned 41, I just turned 41, and I just broke up. I was out my relationship. I had a girlfriend. We used to do it all the time. And then it was one night, like straight flat tire. Didn't know nothing, right? Flat tire. That's a bad feeling too. Even if you're on the road. When you're on the road, get a flat tire, that's bad, huh? Anyway, so I'm like, I didn't know what was going on. I had no clue. I was like, damn, I just turned 40, maybe because I was drinking too much that night or something like that. So I went to the doctor, and then my doctor had just prescribed me some blood pressure medication, and I took it and stuff like that. So she was like, everything's okay. Your blood pressure is normal levels. Everything's good. You have no sexual side effects. And this, I was like, what? No, she said, yeah, no sexual side. I said, wait a minute. I did have an issue. And she was like, oh, well, this medication I prescribed, we do have a lot of times with sexual side effects. I was like, damn, I wish you could have told me that before you prescribed it. So she changed it up, and then I got back in the saddle. I had to redeem myself. I was like, I'm like Muhammad Ali. I was like, yo, I gotta get that win on this cat. I need that win. And I did. But that's what happened. It's a lot of medication. There's a lot of reason for erectile dysfunction disorder. That's what ED is. Yeah. I thought it was non-erect dick, but anyway, it's
I think that goes to First Lady's point about doing the research and figure out why you might have the ED. It might be.
I didn't know. Wait, hey, El Poo, I just took that loss. I was just like, I thought because I'm 41, like, yo, that's it. I guess I gotta have sex once every 8 months. That's how I was feeling. I wasn't like asking my homies, like, yo, man, my man did hard that night. But then it turned out that it was the medication. Ain't nobody gonna research that.
Before you take medications, you should be advised of certain
Do you?
potential side of you should be advised on certain potential side effects.
If your doctor
they want to talk about the real hardcore. Do you, brother?
Do anybody?
No, the truth is, I speak for myself. Just accept it as it is. This is the new me. You know,
you shouldn't do that. With any diagnosis, you should do your research. Whether it's ED or anything, you don't just jump and take any medicine. You have to be an advocate for yourself, even though you have doctors out there that are prescribing. A lot of doctors are stuck into the old ways. They have not, and I'm not just going to say stuck in the old ways. Some of them just work for health plans, HMO, so they're told to just follow by the book. But if they do their research, there are other alternatives for ED. Don't just think it's because you're diabetic or because you have high blood pressure. A lot of it has to do with what you eat. And I'm saying this because I'm in the medical. I've seen the research. I've seen the changes. I've seen men that were on Viagra that no longer needed the Viagra once they changed their diet. And to a lot
they got to hide it better.
A lot of weed smokers, the same applies. I mean, even us women, we go through the same issue, believe it or not, to our libido become low. We need things to get us going, and it can also be a part of our diet as well. And as far as you just relying on the doctor, yeah, it's the doctor's responsibility to tell you about side effects, but it's also always our responsibility to RTM. Read the manual, read the scripts that come with your medication, read the cautions, read what can cause other things to happen.
But see women with y'all low libido or whatever, when y'all are not into it, there's an easy cure for women and with sexual not being
I'm
turned on
afraid
by
to
a
hear
guy.
this, but I'm
I
all ears.
know.
It's
I'm
this
like, what he
picture.
gonna say?
It's this picture
Oh,
right here.
wow.
That guy too, and these three guys right here. That's the cure for women not being turned on. You get this
Wow.
picture, girl, you're gonna be good.
That's like me saying, why I'm not blue, but I have a V. So why can't I be your pill and turn you on and get you up?
Wow. She said, I'm not blue and I have a V.
It's more to it.
Wow.
Maybe your butt ain't big enough.
No,
Maybe
son,
your butt ain't big enough.
No, what I am saying that like you consider that picture. Just hey.
But he brought up a good point. The real point that he's talking about, that anxiety, it's not just a function of whether you find that person attractive or whether you're just having a bad episode. But I mean, there can be something to be said about activity. I mean, I remember a comedian saying that, she was saying that there's something that men can eat to cure something. And she said vagina. And on the flip side of that, there's certain things that women can do.
Hey, that's Melody Camacho.
So I'm just saying that there's things that can be done. Like in the industry, they have this thing called fluffing. And what they do is that, and I'm sure they do pills and all this stuff, but I'm just saying that a lot of times it's work. They can get
Y'all
around.
know me. I know what a fluffer is.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying. But my point is that I'm just saying that.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying.
A fluffer is. Let me say what a fluffer is. It's like in porn, when they're doing scene in between takes, they have a fluffer. That's somebody to keep the guy hard. That's the person that just keep giving him head or something while he's waiting to get back into the scene. Because when you're doing a porno, they don't just film the porno straight. They do cuts and take pictures and stuff like that. And then the chick, they have her in the scene and then they take pictures and they got to keep the guy hard.
That's insane. That's insane.
Well, my point is that some people might just lay there and expect a person to be ready to go, and I'm just saying that sometimes you might require more activity. But again, I think that probably more of the issue is the anxiety. The whole porn industry. I mean, I read a lot that they're saying that because guys are constantly looking at porn and doing what they're doing, they're firing all their shots. So when it's coming to do business with that your person, it has an impact. So I mean, there's a lot of things that are factors involved in this stuff. So
here's another factor, my brothers. When was the last time y'all put on one of these things?
What is that?
What is that?
Those are condoms?
Yeah.
It's dipping sauce.
Dipping sauce.
Hey, more magic.
What?
Left Listen,
this fool's doing magic.
What the hell is that?
I threw it up and it just went in there.
Wow.
He's like our Turbo from Breaking.
Did we miss that? I gotta go back and watch that again.
It did. It just went in there. See, listen, check this out. A lot of times, like, have you ever? When's the last time y'all put a condom on over 40? I have. I told you, I'm in these streets every day.
And I think the three of them are married, so I don't think they have to be for a condom.
But listen, it's very hard putting a condom on, having sex with a woman. Then you get a flat tire in the process. I remember I was young. I used to be like, let's go, baby girl. Now it'd be like,
putting it on. You should let her put it on. Apparently,
that's even worse, sir. Yeah, that happened the other night. That's on everything. Yeah.
Hey, so the moral of the story is,
don't.
It's a comedian who says that. I forget that comedian who says
Rest
that.
in peace. I forgot his name.
Yeah, I know them from Atlanta. The moral of the story is, yeah. But listen, What we trying to say? If you have a
Let me
broke
stop.
dick, they have a fix a flat for you. It's called Viagra.
Not necessarily, because it doesn't always work. So
No, it
let's be
does.
clear. It does not always work. That's why they have other meds besides Viagra. One blood pressure
Look at
medication
a woman
does
telling
not
me.
work for the individual.
You
I'm
ever
gonna
took a
keep it
Viagra?
real out
Have you ever
there.
took a Viagra?
I have not taken the
Okay.
Viagra, but it does not work for everyone. There are different milligrams of Viagra for one. There are different similar medications. So if you have a limp noodle, don't just rely on Viagra. There are options and choices. And you said yourself you had rhino the other day.
Hey, be careful with
What's
those
rhino?
things because
I said she.
Yeah, what's rhino?
I said she looked
I
like a
was
rhino.
joking.
I didn't say I took a rhino.
this is a very good important point because the gas stations sell these like rhino pills and stuff like that, and they do work after a fashion because they actually do have Viagra and stuff in there because they're like these things are made with illegally. You know what I'm saying? They're not supervised. They're not. I shouldn't say
What's
illegally.
made
They're
illegally?
made without. Yeah, it's not illegally. They're made without supervision or requirement, whatever. But they still,
FDA.
but they'll still have Viagra in it. So you're basically giving the people that are taking something that requires a prescription that they're not getting prescribed for. And I mean, I've heard some people talk very favorably about the functionality of that thing, but you got to be worried about the health drawback. I mean, sort of like the BBL nightmare thing. You're getting the one thing that you want, but you got to be worried about the thing that you're getting that you don't.
Exactly.
A buddy of mine gave me this. I was out of town. I'm not gonna say what city because that's gonna be a dead giveaway. I was out of town, different state too. He gave me this. I'm saving this sucker for whenever you young ladies want to get
my mild.
Can I finish my? Can I finish my stupid joke? This is what he gave me. Hey, my boy looking it up. He trying to see.
No, I thought it said go. I thought it said Viagra mild. I'm like, they got levels.
Listen, but let me
It's
finish.
gold, not blue, so that'll tell you something.
Can I finish?
Well,
So you know about the V.
Can I
fucking finish, please? I know. Anyway, so my buddy gave me this. I'm saying I had it for maybe 6 months already. I'm saving this for whenever one of these young ladies want to give my fat, stupid looking ass a threesome. I'm gonna walk in like that.
Crazy.
Hey, check the expiration date.
Y'all kill my momentum.
Don't wait too long.
All right, so the end result or the point we're trying to get across is Viagra. If you need it, use it. The BBLs, sisters, the men, we prefer you to be natural, and
in all things.
In all things, that's right.
Because I know crazy eyelashes and.
I was gonna say, I know we're supposed to expand out because it was just another extension of that story of the eyelashes. Men, for us, we don't like the eyelashes. Real talk. I haven't met a man who say, "Oh, I look at them sexy eyelashes on that sister."
I met one.
Never met a man
heterosexual
who said that.
man.
Y'all are married men. Let me stop.
No, but this is real.
Y'all right though. Y'all right though.
Natural is better. And what else we was talking about? The homelessness. Get out them streets and we support Karen Bass. Hopefully she does a great job. It would be wonderful if she could get all those homeless people at the Greyhound bus station away from there. That would be nice, easier to go visit and all that stuff. And then we had the Rolling Stone. Fuck Rolling Stones. We know they full of shit.
I'm never gonna say fuck Rolling Stones. That's kind of cool to say that. You didn't say fuck Rolling Stones. That's a fixture. They doing that for a reason.
Ding, ding, ding. Let's go, nigga.
They did that. We go all day. They did that for a reason. They setting the tone. They setting the tone. You see all these little white boys in singing and stuff. They try to make it like it's really some type of comparison to Michael Jackson and Justin Bieber or some S like that. It ain't. But I'm not saying they right or wrong.
So why would you not say F them then?
No, but they're still a factor in the music industry. Still a factor in the music. It's a big factor. But look who's running it. White folks. We get it. But you can't say I mean, you can say F Rolling Stones you want, but I'm like, you can't discredit them like they just on some bullshit. Even though with this top 200, they are. They are.
Hey, and hide your guns.
Hide your guns. Don't let your
Lock 'em up.
6-year-old shoot her teacher or their teacher. That's insane. And we aren't gonna capital punishment no children. That's insane also. So
Hey,
that's
but don't raise them like that. Don't even encourage them. They shouldn't even be thinking like that. This shouldn't even occur to that kid as an option to like, I'm mad at this adult, I'm just gonna shoot them.
Word. Agreed. So that's where we at. We appreciate everybody who took the time to watch the show. Each and every one of you are greatly appreciated. We hope that we're doing a good job in providing entertainment and education. And we try to be as informative as possible on the subjects we speak. And I'm gonna put it out there. Your critiques and your criticism would be greatly appreciated. We ask that you write in, tell us what you like and what you dislike about the show to help us become better. We got the focusupshow.com, our website. You could WhatsApp us, you could email us on there, you could put a comment in the YouTube page, put a comment on the Facebook page, put a comment on the Twitter. We look at all of it. Just write something. Just say, hey, good job. Or say bad job. Be like, get that dude off of there. The one with that the one with the big head. Get him off the show. He's a distraction. Not gonna say who we talking about. That'll be your opinion. So and just write in. We asking for the comments. We're asking you to write in and let us know what you think so that we could do better. Because there's a whole bunch of shows out there that y'all could be watching. And the people that's watching this, we appreciate y'all. So,
and if you're here right now, if you've been here, and whenever you do come in, first thing we need you to do is press that like button.
That's right. Press that like.
Subscribe.
Yep.
And Floyd, you got to show them how.
Subscribe. We need you to subscribe, not to his condom.
We got to show them how to get on and make a comment, because I've been hearing a lot of that of like people be on YouTube, they don't get through. People be on different
you
stuff.
Talking about during the show or at any
during the show?
Okay.
During the show.
Yeah.
During the show. So we got to get that method straight up, because I remember my boy Buddy Bud, who I brought on, who brought 4,000 people on.
5,000.
5,000 now?
5,000 now.
Damn.
He's look one rhythm.
Dude. Why you got so many condoms, dude? Come on.
Hey, I used to get
getting it like that.
Wait, watch this. This is why I'm not a grandfather. I'm telling you, my kids was in school. The cure for women that need EP.
Come
on, we ending the show, dude. You dragging this shit out. Come on.
No, wait.
You want to show his condom collection.
I used to pour these things on my son's beds like, yo, straight up. Y'all better wear condoms. Wear condoms, dude.
See, I couldn't do that. I got 2 daughters. I couldn't do that shit.
Everybody got to wear them, bro. You can't say that they not having sex. That's out of the question.
But I'm not gonna pour a bag of condoms on their bed, dude. Come on now.
In the show, or else we're gonna be.
Now he's just showing off his Christmas tree ornaments, but
I like this.
All right, we're about to end the show.
Let's end the show.
Thanks for watching. We out.